Welcome back, and thank you guys so much. Please buy tampons, because they're our biggest advertisers. Here with my good friend, Whitney Cummings.
Black people love you. He's dying over there. He's dying.
I paid him to be here. Thank you very much, sir. Yeah, I know. I want more black fans. I really do.
Yeah, you got one.
You know, I feel like
I think you're good. I think that's good.
You've increased my black fan base by 100%. But so journalism, that's what kind of got me. I was so fascinated to read that because I wanted to be a lawyer. And
interesting.
Yeah, and journalism and law are the similar in the sense that you're performing in front of people.
Yeah.
Like if you're on the news and you're doing that, you're in front of people and you're being heard.
But we're opinionated. I think comics, what unites all comics is we're kind of obsessed with justice and the elephants in the living room that no one else wants to talk about. My problem with journalism is you can't have an opinion. You have to be unbiased. You know, like I always wanted to comment on it and be like, this is happening and that's fucking bullshit. And you can't do that. So that's more how stand-up ended up being the thing that, you know, made me stop feeling crazy.
Yeah, because when you comment on, the people do editorialize, but it turns people off when the press editorializes. You're like, hey, that's not what they're supposed to be doing. They're telling me how to.
Yeah.
To
Our
feel.
job is kind of to start conversations and to, you know, throw bombs and grenades at things and like, you know, cause problems. So that worked better for me.
Even as a comic, too, I find it's dangerous to do too much of the audience's emotional work for them. That's why Colin Quinn is such a genius, because Colin just says something and then lets you do your own work.
Yep.
Like, you know, I
fill in
get
the blanks.
Yes, fill in. I get too angry, and it's like it's stupid.
You're like he's like a Rorschach test. It's like whatever you project onto him is kind of the takeaway. I think I do that sometimes too. I think, you know, I like to. I mean, you're obviously like, you know, so good at this, but I like to kind of go to the edge and like see if I can go a little bit over. And it's weird because I'm not like a dirt. I don't even know what I hate. Do you like these words? I don't like the words dirty or edgy or blue, or I just think they bum me out.
Yeah, I don't mind when you use them as a comedian because I know you know what they mean.
Yeah.
I don't like when someone else uses them because they think it's the smart thing to say.
Right. Or because that's just like, I think it's so reductive to something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely like when I'm like rousing something. Like, I mean, a lot of times I get boyfriends after shows being like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you know, because they'll fight with their girlfriends after about something, or, you know, starting dialogue conversations. I think comedy is kind of what got me through my childhood, you know, so I take it very seriously.
Yeah, and it's like with a boyfriend, are you, because I've gotten yelled at by girlfriends too for talking about certain
them on
sexual,
stage.
Yeah, and they don't like it.
Well, they don't like it if it's them, and they don't like if it's not them. Right. You can't talk about them, but you also can't talk about another girl. That's the trick about stand-up, is like, would you rather me be talking about you or talking about some other dude? You know, that's what gets tricky. I find they get madder if it's not them.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, so, but yeah, no, my last special, I didn't let the guy I was dating come see it at all.
Oh, really?
For 5 months I was working on it, didn't let him come, because I say things on stage that I would never tell the person I'm dating. Like, I'll tell perfect strangers, but I'm not gonna tell you. I think that relationships are built on a delicate balance of lies and omissions.
Yeah.
And most of my stand-up is the things I lie about to my boyfriend. So he finally came and saw my special, like, taping, and we broke up 2 weeks later.
Really? Mm-hmm. So what was one of the things that, like, he saw that you had to go, like, they must have edited that one tricky?
Yeah. Wow, that is so weird. That's like a voiceover or something. But I just was talking a lot about what orgasms. I think what pissed him off is what guys think they look versus what girls think what orgasms actually look like versus what they look like when girls fake it and stuff like that. And I think he kind of
recognized the
like,
face.
They're really good. Yeah, he's like, or didn't recognize it when I said this is what orgasms look like. It got tricky. It got dicey. And then I was talking about a couple other guys I had dated and slept with, and he was like doing the math on like, so that was that same guy, and I was like, oh, here we go.
Oh no! Yeah, I guess like the jealousy that you'd normally have when people discuss things.
Yes.
Now he's got to hear you on stage. You have to explain it.
And then I think his point was I'm like trashing some guys I've dated, and he's like, if I'm with you, they think that's me. You know, they think you're talking about me and that I can't satisfy you and stuff like that. So it is tricky. I mean, there's a reason we're alone.
Yeah.
We're martyrs so that you guys can fucking laugh for 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. We're dying for you in our personal lives.
Literally alone forever, just so you can laugh at a dick joke.
What kind of guys do you like? Like, what kind of men do you tend to attract? Is there a type or no?
That's such a great way to put it, that I attract. Yeah, guys don't really, here's the thing. You know, there was this rumor going around for a while that men like strong women. Remember that? not true. So I don't know what to do. Like I feel like I'm like got my shit together. Like I grew up without a lot, and I was like, I'm gonna get my shit together. I'm gonna like be independent, so a man doesn't have to support me. That's gonna make it good. And the guys don't. I've seen porn. Guys don't like strong women. They like Asian schoolgirls with ball gags in their mouths and tears streaming down their faces. That's what you guys want. They don't want fucking girl with a pool.
Well, thank God I have this paper on my lap.
So I don't know what to do. Guys don't ask me out a lot. So I went on a blind date recently. I'm just I have to initiate a lot. I don't see red flags.
Oh, you don't care?
Don't see them, no.
That is weird too. Like your level of what's appropriate or what's normal just kind of goes out the window.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if I think that I start lowering my standards to fit what someone else's behavior is, or even if it's transgressive, just so I don't have to be alone. And God, why am I telling you this shit?
I love it because you know what it is. You're really like you've had some great success. You're really attractive and smart, but it's like people who think like, oh, she had it easy, but it's not true because I do know some stuff about you, and it's like you're as fucked up as every comedian I know, and I say that like lovingly, like
yeah, no, that's a compliment. That makes me feel like you like me.
Yeah. It's like you have the same nonsense going on in your head as I do.
There's this weird rumor going around that like I have my shit together. And I don't know where it comes from. Like, people are like, how did you do it? I'm like, what? I'm hanging by a thread.
Yeah, well, it's probably because you had two shows on the air at the same time. That's almost on two different networks. One from
That's
Whitney.
A testament to ill health. That's not a testament to, that's an insane, sick thing to do. That's not a good, successful, that's a bombing.
But it did work out well, though, like with, Whitney was on the air for what, 1 or 2 seasons?
2 seasons.
And the criticism got a little bit rough. Were you sensitive to, because it bothers me if I read shit about me. We all say, I don't read it, but you know what? I read it and it bothered me shit about myself.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's tricky because it's like, on one end, we're signing up for a job where we get judged by the second. I mean, stand-up is like, you're asking for someone to laugh at you at every 10 seconds. We live to get your validation, your yeses or your nos, you know? So then for like critics' judgment to bother you, it's a little like, tricky because you're like, oh, I signed up for this and I should have thick enough skin by now. But yeah, that was rough. I mean, critics in general bum me out because I just, I read this this quote about critics. It was, critics go to the battle site after the war has been won and they shoot the survivors.
Wow, that's great.
I love it because it's just like, who are you? Have you never made a fucking TV show? You've never written anything. You don't know what it takes and you're just gonna sit in your little pod or whatever the fuck, and just like tell me that you don't like something? Like, it's just so annoying, you know? Like, I'll take criticism from other comics. Like, the roast I love because it's a bunch of people I respect giving me criticism. But critics I just have a really hard time with. You know, that's a thorn in my side. Yeah, I think.
And it seemed like they came after you because, well, she talks about, they didn't like what you embody, which I thought was annoying. Like, for some reason, they only accept women embodying certain things as comics.
Yeah.
I don't know why they need a certain image of a quirky or dorky. It's a really weird thing that they're comfortable with.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't pretend to have any kind of understanding of it. It did feel, it felt rough, you know, but I actually didn't, I tried to stay away from it. Like, I didn't know what was happening. This was so funny about it. Everyone else knew about it but me. And I would like go out and I was working so much, I didn't really have time. And I have like a no reading your Twitter at replies kind of rule. And I was going out and people were like, hang in there. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, people were treating me like I had terminal illness or something, you know?
Oh, while your show's on the air?
Yeah, they were like, people didn't like Seinfeld the first year either. And I'm like, what? And I was like, I guess I need to like Google myself. And I did, and it was not great.
Oh,
Not a great idea. Don't Google yourself. You should. I did backstage. I wish I had your results.
Me too.
But yeah, I mean, it's tricky. I mean, as a performer, you kind of sign up for it. But I think that the roughest part of that is that, and when people say, is it hard to be a female comedian and stuff, I would say the hardest part is just that you sign up to be a comedian to be judged on your jokes and your performance, and then you start getting judged for your appearance. I think that was the curveball for me, where all of a sudden I was being judged against other like professional actresses who are like really good at being pretty, and I didn't know how to handle that.
Because you're really funny. I mean, we did something in Montreal last year where you hosted what they call a gala.
Right.
And, there's a bunch of comedians. And Whitney, you went on and did, I want to say 30 up front and then 30 in the middle in between and fucking murdered in front of, in a giant theater. It's not easy to do 30 minutes, bunch of comedians, do 30 more minutes. I was really impressed. I'm like, I know you're a solid comic, But it's annoying to see somebody judged on something other than just being a
Well, I
good
mean,
or
I
bad
think it's
comic.
tricky. You've seen this a million times, you know, of like a comedian, you know, doing a sitcom as a comedian is it's a completely different skill set. We get very good at being comics, which is hard enough to attain that skill set, but it takes a really long time. And then all of a sudden you're running a sitcom, it's like, someone explained it to me as like, it's like going, oh, you're really good at stand-up, now run a 7-Eleven.
Right.
Like, that's the skill set. You're managing people, all of a sudden you're people's boss. Like, I have no ability to do that kind of stuff, you know? Like, you're doing all this administration stuff, you have to fire people. It's like, you're in meetings all day about business stuff. Like, you're not creating, you know? And I don't think our minds are really designed to do that. You know, I just want to kind of write jokes. So that was like a very weird transition. All of a sudden I am being compared to people who have been doing it for 30 years, you know?
How was the network to you? Like, because I know networks are kind of difficult to deal with, and you're creatively in charge. Were they like overriding a lot of your shit, or were they?
Networks, I mean, no one wants to make a bad show. They're trying, you know? It's like when you see someone who's not dressed well, they don't wake up and go, I'm gonna dress bad today. You know what I mean? Like, networks try, well, maybe shorts
Maybe
guy.
they put on a purple shirt and think they'll look good.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, I mean, this is so bold. I'm looking at, I mean, I wish you were sitting there. I'd rather look at your scrotum. So basically, they're trying. I mean, this is what I realized. I was like so at war, like against the networks, and I'm a comic, and like don't censor me, and the First Amendment, and you know, we're at war. I mean, comics, we just think everyone's against us. I don't want to generalize, but I certainly
No,
felt.
you're totally right.
I certainly felt that way, and you know, I was like, I'm gonna be me and my voice and all. And then you get in there, and it's like, they're doing the best they can. You know, yeah, sometimes you hear things you don't want to hear, but like a lot of times they're right, and a lot of times you just don't have time to make it better. And to be honest, like sitcoms and TV shows aren't about jokes. I'm a joke person, so I think I was making a mistake in the beginning by like trying to make everything so funny, because that's all I cared about. Whereas TV shows, there's a lot of math involved, there's a lot of arcs, there's a lot of stuff I didn't know yet, you know? So I think the networks are doing the best that they can, honestly, and they're selling soap, and that's our job, you know? So to go in saying like, I'm gonna change the world on a network sitcom is just stupid.
No, but that's a good attitude to have, and that's one reason you're really successful. Like, my attitude is like, oh, they're fucking me.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. Like, they're trying to help me win. They put all this money into it. Like, they're supporting me, but I was just like in the ring, shadow boxing constantly, and everyone's just trying to help me. And I was like, took me a while to understand that. And but yeah, there's a lot of it's very hard, I think, as a comic. Like, you sign up to work alone. You write it, you perform it, you edit it, you rewrite it, you know, go on the road and do it, and then all of a sudden you're collaborating with 100 people is very just not in our nature.
No, and everybody wants their opinion heard because they feel like it's like when someone hires a consultant, they don't feel like their job is
their ego
validated.
is involved, and everyone wants to validate their existence and be useful. It's a lot to balance, and I'm very codependent, so I had a really hard time like managing everybody.
How did they tell you that they were like fitted? Was it a call from your manager, or did someone from the network go, look, we have to talk to you?
They didn't. They still actually haven't told me, so I think we're still on. They never really told me, but what happened was they just cast Chris D'Elia, who was my boyfriend on the show. They basically cast him in another TV show, like a pilot. And I mean, I kind of felt like we were on the bubble, but that was really it. And then the head of the network sent me an email.
An email?
Yeah, I got an email.
What did it say?
It was actually great. He's great. Like, network television, their jobs are really hard too. You know, they're looking at us going, why the hell can't these comedians deliver? Why can't everyone they want a show to be on for 8 years too. You know, we're all fighting for the same thing. He was really classy about it, and, you know, he just said, like, I have to try other things. He was like, and try to do better, which I think we still have a higher rating than a lot of what's on now. So I feel pretty good about it.
Do you think they buckled to maybe criticism, like it got to them a little bit? Because sometimes
here's the thing, every show gets trashed. There's Louis, the show's on Netflix now. Most shows get bad reviews. You know?
And some of us know we're going to.
Yeah, exactly. No, don't say that. But it was like a multicam on NBC, and I think it was like when multicams kind of weren't on any other network. They kind of weren't cool or something, and people assumed all multicams were bad, and which multicams are tricky because multicams are live. Like, they're not really designed. It's like stand-up. Stand-up's always going to lose a little bit of magic when you see it in a special or see it on TV. They're meant to be seen live. You know, you have an audience. So when it's at home, it's just a little tricky to construe that. But yeah, I think people just have a sort of a prejudice against multicams. Like, all multicams suck. When's the last time you heard someone say, like, that multicam is amazing? Long time.
I've never heard anyone say that.
I know. So it's like we're kind of like sitting there with our dick in our hand, just kind of like.
That I've heard someone say. Every woman I go out with.
So, but yeah, CBS is really the only place you can do multicam shows.
Yeah, well, you have a huge. I mean, that's the other side. It's like, okay, one thing didn't work, but two
Which,
broke
by the way,
girls.
but I also think that like doing 45 episodes of sitcom, like I see that as a success. Personally, maybe I need to be more ambitious, but like I feel like that was enough.
You did 45 episodes?
45 episodes,
oh, okay.
2 seasons. You know, we did I think 22 or one was 23 episodes. I mean, order. So that's a lot. I feel like I had also, it's tricky when you have something based on yourself, and I feel like you've probably been through this, which is like, I feel like I outgrew the character a little bit, and it was weird to keep doing it. Like I couldn't pitch on it anymore. It's like you have to sometimes evolve. And
I'm forgetting too that it was a network, because like, you know, we're so used to now like Game of Thrones is 12 episodes and it's fucking finished.
22 episodes, doing an episode a week, that you can't make something great in that amount of time. You just can't do it.
But you did make, you know, you did really well with Two Broke Girls, which is, you know, financially has been kind of set you for life, which has got to be a nice feeling.
People think I have all this fucking money. I am broke as fuck right now.
Are you really?
I'm doing this show for money.
Oh, well.
I'm not doing this because we're friends. Fuck you, man. Yeah, I don't have that money. Like, people walk around thinking I have, like, all this, and, like, I don't have that money.
No?
Just so you know.
Thanks for coming. I really, you've been a great audience.
I don't, like, it's so weird that people think, I don't know what blogs, like, who says this? Why do you think that?
I don't know. I read $45 million, but I don't think that's accurate either. I know that they...
No, I do have that much. Sorry. Sorry, I confused. It's the other check I haven't gotten yet. Yeah, no, I don't have that money, and I don't ask about it, and I don't know, and my family will make sure I am always poor, and I have to support them. Please don't go to college again. I'm paying for colleges. Are
you bad with money?
Here's the thing, I don't like it. I think that I'm better without it. Like, I think I function better. That's my comfort zone, you know? So I think I kind of tend to spend a lot of it, not in tangible ways. I mean, this is like nice for me, because I have some shame around it. I definitely have shame around money, and I think I spend big chunks of it on like helping people or whatever, just to get it away from me, because I think I do well with.
What's the shame? Like, I don't deserve it?
Yeah, there's a shame around, like, I mean, in my family, there was a lot of shame around money in my family. We didn't have money and acted like we did. There was like this facade growing up. So now that I feel like, you know, I don't know, I just have a weird ookiness about it. Like, when the check comes at a restaurant, I just like take it and pay for it. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to divvy up. I get
I'm
weird.
weird too, like that.
I get weird.
I'm actually such a psychopath that when I tip a driver, like say I give him $25, I don't know how to wrap the money. Because if I give him the 5 on top, I'm afraid for a moment he's gonna be disappointed and think, this cocksucker.
Yeah, money is tricky. It's power. I'm ashamed of having it because I think it makes people feel weird, you know. And like, I don't know. I have a hard time with it. But that's such a fucking shit. If I heard someone say that, I'd hate them.
No, but it is difficult because this is really true. I'm afraid if it's a 20 and a 5, if I put the 20 outside, he's gonna feel multi-bills and get his hopes up. And then when he opens it and sees that it's a 5 inside, he's gonna get angry at me. It's fucking mental illness.
It's a codependence. As soon as I heard...
So I just tip nothing.
As soon as I heard that number, I felt guilt about other people hearing that. And like, oh my God, I can't believe people are gonna know that see, I'm freaking out. I'm totally having like a panic attack about it, you know? So and the idea, whenever I buy something, I get like a pit in my stomach, like instantly like close, and I just like return it the next day.
Do you
like
really?
Panic. Like
Buyer's
I'll drive
remorse?
back to Beverly Hills and return like $100 shirt. Like I go into like a cold sweat panic.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I don't bring it back though. I just kind of buy it and then look in the mirror and go, God, you're fucking ugly. Why'd you pay for this?
Shut up.
No, but I'm just saying that's the crazy thinking. I mean, believe me, I know I'm like an 8.5 at least. Colin Quinn got so mad at me one time. We were talking, and he was, of course, making fun of my appearance. And I told him, "Fuck you. You were never more than a 7." And it genuinely hurt his feelings. He got angry. He was like, "Fuck you. I was cool looking on TV."
You can't make fun. Here's what I think of. Do you like, with your comic friends, do you guys make fun of each other constantly?
We call it that, but it's really more hurtfully attack each other.
Yeah, it's not. I just figured out, like, recently, like, I mean, we have a lot of the same friends, like with Neil Brennan, and we were just like, we're the most we're porcupines, you know, like we're so rough on the outside because of how delicate we are on the inside. And like me and Neil came to this little like truce. We were like, do you want to stop making fun of each other? Because it really like cuts deep, you know. And you know, so I'm trying to do that less. I think it's a way. I think maybe it was, you know, my last name or something, but I grew up. And in my house, like it was so, everyone was roasting each other all the time, making fun of each other. And I learned at such a young age, just open with insults. To someone, when you meet someone, to start making fun of them. And you can't make friends that way. Men don't like it, it's not great. I'm working on not doing that.
I just rib good-naturedly. I never make it too mean. I'm like, you know, if somebody comes in 5 minutes late, I'm like, can I get you something like a watch? You know, and we laugh.
Yeah, so I'm trying to not make jokes as much.
Attacking
Which
the
is
comedians.
not great if you're a comedian for a living.
No, but you know, sometimes we get a little bit vicious. You know, Bob Kelly will get mad at me. I love Bobby Kelly's one of my favorite people ever.
Yeah.
Once in a while, I'll be like, "Really, dude?" And I'm like, "Oh, all right." Sorry.
Yeah, it's weird where the bar. It's weird, like where the bar is, you know, or like where the boundary line is, you know, where you're like, "Oh, too far. That was too far."
Well, we have no really. Do you have anything to promote that's coming up?
I don't. I mean, my money. I have a bunch of money coming, you guys, so please support it.
And Two Broke Girls, which is how many seasons is that in?
We're going into our 4th season now.
That's amazing. And you are the creator of that show.
Thank you, yeah. Thanks. Thank you. So that, we're doing the 4th season, which is so cool, which is about money. It's about 2 girls that don't have money, which is sort of, I got obsessed with the idea of like, no one ever talks about money on television. Everyone's just rich, but they work in coffee shops. It's just so odd, you know? Like everyone on TV is just a millionaire. And I loved Roseanne, you know, because Roseanne was the first show I felt like in my generation where they were talking about being poor. And I was like, I'm really proud to be working on that. I have a special coming out.
Where's it coming out?
Comedy Central.
Okay, what's it called?
It's called I Love You.
I'm a fan of you as a comic. I'm not just saying that because we're friends. I really mean that. You're a really funny comedian. And I appreciate you coming on.
No, you're one of my favorites.
Thank you guys too for I should have an ending. Like I'm supposed to do this right.
I just feel like I've been so boring.
No.
Can we make some dick jokes or something?
No. I wanted to talk to you. I didn't want you to.
Oh my God.
There's nothing. That's why I hate talk shows, because like they go on and it's like old talk shows like fucking Dick Cavett and they would just chat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes it was awkward. Like fucking Mike Douglas would talk to the Jacksons. So I hear you're a prankster, but then one of them would go like, "Yeah, I play pranks." Nothing. How about an example, motherfucker?
Well, this is why you have a talk show. I feel like the guest's job to be boring, and it's your job to make it funny.
No, I wanted to just chat with you, and I know we could have went in any direction, and if I talked to you, you'd be honest. And I really do appreciate you coming. I mean that. I'm happy
I love
you're here.
you. No, thank you.
Thank you guys very much.
It's the Jim Norton Show. The Jim Norton Show. The Jim Norton Show. It's the fucking Jim Norton Show. It's the fucking Jim Norton Show. It's the Jim Norton Show. The Jim fucking Norton Show. It's the fucking Jim Norton fucking Show.